Alright there folks, welcome to another fishing adventures, and we're up at Redwood Park again today, but we're not fishing any of the match lakes. Today I'm on Jessica's Lake, which is a really nice little lake, and there's about 10 or 12 pegs on it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just a little silvers pond, and I'm really keen to come up and just bag a few silvers. It's nice, it's really peaceful. There's a couple of other people fishing just to my right, but they've only been here about 10 minutes while I've been getting set up. There's matches on all the other lakes as well, but I wasn't going to fish a proper match lake today. The reason being, I just want to try a few things, and one of the things I really want to get stuck into are the Fjuka baits, okay? They look amazing. They smell disgusting, but the fish love them. We know they catch carp, and we know they do well in matches. We've all seen the other videos. Tommy Pickering's done an amazing one, method feeder fishing using the neons as hook bait around a bed of micros. But what I'm going to do today is I've got two swims picked out, okay, because it is silvers. One just to my left where I'm going to fish caster and some micros and see what happens, and then just in front of me I've got a little platform. It's not massively deep, it's about 18 inches, 12 inches if that. It's very shallow. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to feed some 4mm, some micros and some of the Fajuka 2-in-1 hook and feed pellets, and I'm going to just fish one of them on the hook and just see what happens. I really want to know if we can get stuck into some decent sized silvers in here. Now I know there are some good sized fish in here, so fingers crossed we'll get stuck into a few. The only thing with these baits is they do dry out in the hot sun, and today, believe it or not, is absolutely belting hot. So I'm going to keep the bait trays covered up as much as possible, just to keep them nice and fresh, and we'll see what happens. Got the trusty counter, we'll set that to 0 now. There we go, and let's hopefully bag up. So I'm just going to start off priming that left-hand swim with a load of casters and a good bunch of micros. As I say, it's not massively deep, so we should see as soon as those fish come onto it. A few swirls maybe. Now where I've plumbed up, there's a massive rock or boulder or some sort of debris, but either side of it does get a bit deeper, so we'll see. There should be a few fish milling around there. It's one of those kind of natural features that you really should be looking for, especially for silvers and stuff. Anything like that's going to hold a few fish, I'd have thought, so we'll see. Right then, so yeah, any sort of features like this, the fish are going to be there. And if we can start getting into a few and getting that feeding pattern right and stuff like that, it'll draw a few extra ones in. But yeah, this is just one of the pleasure lakes up here. There won't be any matches fished on it. So if you fancy a break from the norm. Ooh, there we go, we had a nibble straight away then. First put in, we had a nibble. Little ball of micros. Not many, just a few. I'm covered up, and what I want to do is just put one of each colour in, just to get that scent and those colours in the water, just to see. There we go. So, what have we got? Oh, lovely jubbly chub that. Lovely jubbly. And that was on the white Fjuka, so we'll go back in, try another white one. Yeah, I think these white ones would be absolutely fantastic in winter. You know, instead of dobbing bread, mash a couple of these together and make a nice big, highly visual bait. I reckon they'd do quite well. So I know a lot of places are banning bread as hook bait now, so these are an amazing alternative. My little skin bobs. Nice little skimmy bobs. Right then, so that little skin bobs came out on the caster line. It's still fizzing away quite well. So what I'm going to do is the next fish, I'm going to swap over to a Fjuka bait and just see if that makes a difference to the size of the fish or what fish comes out, and just see, because what I've done is I've fed the right hand line with some micros and one each of the Fjukas, a few 4mm and stuff like that, and just see. We'll just see if we can bring them in and get them grubbing around again, and then I'll drop back in when I see the indications and stuff on the water. But there's definitely a few fish around on this caster line now. As I say, it's been fizzing away and bubbling away, so there's a few there. What I'm going to do is on this next fish, oh there we go, is I'm going to drop in on with a Fjuka, a red one, and just see if we can't tempt something out a little bit bigger. Ooh, that's a better fish straight away, look. That was good, and that was on the red Fjuka, so I mean, the advantage of these as well is you can just see, try a few different colours and see what's going to work on the day as well, so. Again, just lifting and dropping that rig, just instigated that bite, another little silver, lovely. Ooh. That's a bit better, isn't it? Getting bigger. Getting bigger they are, look. So the swim is building, lovely, look. Ooh. Straight away, missed him. Okay. Was it that lift and drop, and it took it on the drop, I'm assuming. That went straight under. Another nice little another nice little silver. Alright then, so as you can see, we're getting plenty of bites on these, and I'm literally just fishing just one single one on a size 18 hook, okay, and the bites are definitely coming. The fish are definitely attracted to them, and it's a good visual bait as well. It stands out from everything else that you're feeding. I really want to give the neons a try, but I feel they're going to be best perhaps on a method feeder or something like that, but to be fair, these as hook and feed pellets are really, really good. They're just drawing the fish in, and like I say, this is a lake I've never fished before, and it is a silvers lake, so it is, for me, this is a good test for these, because I know they catch carp, I've seen carp caught on them, but if you can come up somewhere and start bagging a few silvers, then they've done something right with them. Do you know what I mean? This is giving me a massive amount of confidence to get onto a match lake and give them a go for carp, especially now the weather's turning that little bit cooler now. The fish are going to be a lot more finicky, and I reckon these will be the ticket. It would not surprise me at all if someone fishes these and cleans up in winter matches, to be honest. They just offer something completely different, and the bright colours are a standout bait, and as I say, they're totally mouldable. You can mix the colours in, you can mash the colours together to produce a totally unique hook bait. You've just got to experiment a little bit, I guess, with them, but I mean, you can roll these to look like maggots and stuff like that. As I say, if you mash a couple of the white ones together, it's going to look like a bit of bread punch, and in winter, dobbing with bread, it's a standard method of catching carp in winter, and a lot of fisheries now are banning bread, so these are a fantastic alternative. And as long as you only pour out a few at a time and keep them covered up so they don't dry out in the sun, you've got plenty for easily a good match, if not more. Because if you feed these with micros or 4 mils and stuff, you're not gonna go through a load. I know the price looks a little bit expensive, but in reality it's not. If you look at them as a specific hook bait, they're very, very reasonably priced, to be fair. So if you want to give them a go, I've got a link down below which will take you to my page on their site, and even better, if you follow that link and you use my name, Scott Precious, as a discount code, you'll get an extra 10% off as well. So give them a go and see. And as I say, don't be afraid to try different things with them, just experiment. But I can see these winning a lot of matches, I really can. Ah dear, a little jumping jack, yeah, little jumping jack. That's a better fish, isn't it? More like a real fish, that one. Still a few bubbles coming up there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come off it and I'm just going to rest it a little bit. I'm going to top it up. What I'm going to do is, because there's still quite a few fish milling around down there, I'm going to give this a great big pot of feed. I'm going to top it up, tons of micros, a good bunch of casters, and again about 5 or 6 of each colour, okay? And then I'm just going to give it a good rest. Put a few 4 mils in there. I'm going to cap it off. A few more micros. I'm going to give it a nice big pot. And see, get them grubbing around, get them competing a bit. And we'll see. Oh, indication straight away then, as soon as I've dropped in. So, getting a bit more confident now, I think, aren't they? Yeah, just in on it straight away now. Absolutely straight away. Slightly better stamp. Swing him in. Oh, he's done me. He came off. getting a bit manic now. Wanna choke, literally, wanna choke. Okay, so had a couple out then on caster, and I just switched back to the red Fjuka, and that produced the better stamp fish. It's a bit like comparing maggots to caster. The caster will always get the better fish. I think this is a similar sort of thing with these, that they will attract in the slightly better fish. So I'm going to come off that line now anyway and just give it a rest. I'm going to put in a massive pot over on near the island thing, and then I'm just going to drop back in on there and see if we haven't attracted in anything slightly bigger. And I'm going to go in with the red again, because the red seems to be the colour that is really performing today. I've had most fish out on it. And try a nice big size one there. There's two squashed together. See if that makes a difference. Oh, that was a bite straight away. So I've left this line for quite a while, and all I've done is feed in the Fajuka pellets with a few 4 mils, and then I've just left it, and I've just topped it up again with a big pole pot of the Fjuka and some 4 millis. Just capped off with some micros, but there's definitely still fish there. I mean, I had that indication literally as soon as the float settled. That's better now, that's a bit better. Swimming. That's a nice size hide, is that? Right, fishy, chill out. See another good hide. Plenty of hide today. So, right then. There's a few hide there, so what I'm going to do is just going to drop in on that other side, that left hand side, and just see what's there. Just keep alternating. I've not fed for a while, but there's still loads of fizzing, loads of bubbles, so ride. This is a lovely little pond, absolutely lovely. It's really starting to wake up now. There's shoal a really tiny fry on surface, and a couple of times they've kind of formed up in the shape of a big cap, and I've got all excited thinking, oh, I might dob it, but it's the little fry. So funny. Yeah, plenty of movement and little indications on that float, but it's not disappeared as yet. Well, there's definitely something down there, so it does keep moving around quite a lot. Whoa, come here, you moron. There we go, guys, that's about fish number 40 in a couple of hours. Get on the Fjukas, give it a go. The link is in the description, discount code as well for 10% off. Get on them, guys. Ah, dear. Oh, the lovely jubbly skimmer. There we go, guys, just getting bigger and bigger. They're just not slowing down at all, and that was on the white Fjuka. I've just been chopping and changing the hook baits just to see, primarily feeding just micros. I did have a line set up with 4mm that I was feeding, and again that got me a few fish, but they tended to be the smaller stamp. The micros for some reason kept the bigger fish coming, and just swapping the baits. I mean, you got three choices there. You got red, yellow and white, and just alternating between them has kept the bites coming, and they seem to have been a good quality stamp of fish as well. So give them a go. That's all you can do, just give them a go. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, they're a miracle bait, they're a wonder bait, they'll empty your peg, because there's a lot of factors involved in that. But give them a go. They're a bait, they're a phenomenal bait. As you've seen, I've caught well over 40 fish, and it's only been a short 2-hour session as well. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Stick around, I will be doing a few more videos using these as baits, a couple on commercials. I'm going to give a go on the river as well after some chub, because I reckon they'll be quite good. So yeah, stick around, stay tuned. If you haven't already hit subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you all next time.